Welcome back to online class. You are staying at home, hale and hearty. So dear students, today I am going to take a class about degree of adjective. That means in question number 6, you know that 10 marks in this question. And here we can change into affirmative to negative, superlative to comparative, simple to complex, complex to simple. That's like voice change. So today's topic is degree. Degree of adjective. So we know that in the previous class I have discussed about you, what is adjective, adverb. So adjective, that means good is an adjective. So if we change it in, that is positive adjective. That is positive adjective. And if you change into it better, that is comparative adjective. Comparative adjective. If you change it into superlative, that means best. So positive adjective, comparative adjective and superlative adjective. Superlative adjective. So in these three, positive, comparative and superlative, you can change positive to comparative, comparative to superlative, superlative to comparative, comparative to positive. That's like we can change interchange. That is called interchange. So, dear students, let's go. Look at the board. That means positive, positive, comparative, superlative. Positive, comparative and superlative. So here good, better, best. Good, better, best. Sheep, Sifa, cheapest. So in this two we will discuss. Dear students, positive adjective good, comparative adjective better, superlative adjective best. Positive adjective cheap, comparative adjective cheaper, superlative adjective cheapest. So now we will learn short technique or easy technique, because you have some doubt about that. No hesitation. Look at the form. That means positive, comparative and superlative. Positive, comparative and superlative. So here number 1, positive, you will memorize no other than any other. The plus superlative form. So this number 1 we will discuss at first. And number 2, very few than most other one of the plus superlative form. From these two, we will learn degree. We will learn degree. No other than any other, the plus superlative form. Very few than most other, on of the plus superlative form. Let's remind that. Two short techniques. That means that is S P. What is S? Singular form. That is plural form. S means singular, plural. So, if you want to turn into that singular to singular, and if you want to turn into plural to plural, plural to plural, in a sentence, as example, number one, no other. So, no other dish in the menu is, as or so cheap as mutton chop. Dear students, no other dish in the menu is so or as cheap as mutton chop. In the beginning, I am telling you that in the positive form, you will remain that so as plus adjective plus as. In a sentence, if you think that at the time of formation, so or as plus adjective plus as is positive degree. Clear? That is, no other dish in the menu is so or as cheap. So plus adjective plus as cheap as, that is. So, dear students, if we want to turn into thing, no other, without hesitation, we know that that is positive. Clear? Without hesitation, we can tell that that is positive degree. So, on the other way, so dot dot as or as dot dot as. So, if you turn that comparative form or superlative form easily, at first, as it is in no other, so we turn it into than any other. We turn into than any other. That means a structure is that subject plus verb plus. So at first, if you turn into comparative, so where is the subject? Mutton chop. What is the subject? Mutton chop. Mutton chop. Verb is singular verb. That means singular. Mutton chop is. Mutton chop is. After that, comparative form of adjective. Comparative adjective. You can use comparative adjective. What is the comparative adjective? Cheaper. What is comparative adjective? Cheaper. So, cheap after that, than any other. You must be recall that comparative adjective after than any other. Clear? Mutton chop is cheaper than any other. After that is the place we use than any other. So after dish in the menu, the last part of the sentence, dish in the menu. So dear students, think that if you think that subject plus verb plus comparative adjective plus than any other and last part or rest part of the sentence. So that is the easiest way. If you turn into superlative, form, so that's same way. No other dishes in the menu is so cheap as mutton chop. So same way, subject is mutton chop. After that verb is mutton chop is. So in the same way, subject plus verb, the plus superlative, the. What is the superlative form of cheap? Cheapest. That is cheapest. After that, no other not, dish in the menu. Dish in the menu. Mutton chop is the cheapest dish in the menu. So mutton chop is subject after verb plus the plus superlative form after the rest part of the sentence. If you think that it is the easiest way, it is one of the easiest ways. Clear? So no other than any other, the plus superlative. That is memorization. After that, very few than most other, one of the plus superlative. In this way, think that very few students or boys, very few, so plural, very few boys in the class are so or as good as Rana. So dear students, that is the way, very few. As it is plural, so verb is plural. If the subject is plural, at that time we take the verb plural. Very few boys in the class are so good as Rana. If you turn into comparative at first, comparative, same way, Rana. After that verb, but here is some question. Why we don't use are? Why we don't use Rana is? Because this subject is singular, but here boys, so are, but here it is turned into Rana, so we use is. That is the main fact. So we use Rana is. After that, comparative form, better. than any other, not than most other. Why? That is plural, change into plural. Rana is better than most other. Most other. After that, boy is in the class. Boy is in the class. Rana is better than most other boys in the class. That is, we can turn subject, verb, comparative form, than most other, the rest part of the sentence. So dear students, that is comparative form. And if we turn into superlative, so here is the sense. Superlative. So, sense, here. Rana is, that is the best, one of the best, one of the plus superlative. You know that. Where is the structure? One of the plus superlative form. One of the plus superlative form. That is the structure. So, Rana is one of the best boys in the class. Rana is one of the best boys in the class. So dear students, think that is the easiest way. So we will practice that. At home, you will practice, write down some home task that you will practice. Number 1, Padma is the biggest river in Bangladesh. Padma is the biggest river in Bangladesh. You will change into comparative and positive. Turn into comparative and positive. Number 2, very few animals are so ferocious as tiger. You will turn into positive and comparative and superlative. So dear students, you will turn into that. How can we sense? At first, you know that the plus superlative, so that is superlative form. You can change into comparative and positive. Very few means that is positive form. So you will turn into comparative and superlative. So Rose is more beautiful than any other flower. Rose is more beautiful, so that is comparative. Turn into positive and superlative. So dear students, write down that and you will practice at home for your betterment. You will practice more and more and pray to God that you're safe, and you also pray to me. So thank you all.